Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the People's Dwarf, Jeremy-Hallam, welcoming you all once again to another session of a Trivia at Home, hashtag Trivs at Home, that's right. And I'm starting out, or using actually, a new multi-platform streaming service. I'm using Restream today. So I did a test stream a little bit earlier just to kind of check the mechanics and how it all works. It is a little bit different than the previous system I was using called Caster. So I had to get kind of used to it, and for some reason earlier Twitch decided to have a little bit of a fault and just stop on me for no reason. So I'm hoping that now that that's a-okay, we don't have any more issues moving forward with that. But again, keep me posted if anything does happen in regards to the streams, guys, on your end. Let me know in the comments. The beautiful thing I'm really happy about with Restream is that it incorporates all the chats from the different platforms into one screen. So I have everybody's chat bits and pieces just above me. I don't have to have separate windows and all this craziness going on. It is all sitting there above me, which is great. And I'm really happy for that. So that's always very exciting, and glad that that is going on. So welcome, guys. Let me know that it's coming through a-okay on your end. I know it's a little bit darker, actually, because that's what I mean. The previous browser windows I used to have the Facebook one up, and of course that's just a big white bright screen, so that's what used to light me up a lot as well. But what it does, it kind of makes the background stand out a little bit more, so that's kind of cool and exciting. So yeah, I don't actually mind the lighting. Hopefully you guys are still able to see everything okay. All the text and everything that'll be appearing on the screen will still be the same as previous, so hopefully everything is a-okay. I got a thumbs up from Julie Retallick over on the Facebook chat. Thanks, Julie. Good to see you. And Robert and Karen and who else have we got tuning in? Throw a comment in, guys, so I can see who's actually here and I guess interested in playing or just feel like watching. It's totally up to you on which method you wish to use. But yeah, welcome to everybody. And again, as I encourage comments and engagement in the comments, so I can react to you guys, I can get back to you with questions, answers, all that fun stuff. Robert, there you are, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping a comment in. But that's all great, and I'm really looking forward to another exciting session of Trivia at Home. That's right. Now, what I'm actually working on in regards to Trivia at Home is I'm going in the process of kind of trying to expand this eventually. So I'm looking in the process of getting an actual more permanent logo. So that little logo down in the bottom is going to be changing. So in this one here is going to change slightly, a little more unique logo. It'll be a Trivs at Home logo. And it's going to be probably put onto separate pages in its own, maybe even its own site and stuff as well. Just to that way get people involved and brought to this, and that way it doesn't have to always be on my actual private and personal pages that I have. It's okay for now, I don't mind. But yeah, I'm going to try and direct people to the actual thing, so that way we can get more of an audience in here. But you guys are all going to be here anyway, so that's great, and I appreciate it. And we're going to keep everything moving slowly with this, so hopefully the restream works. And Rock Ultra, you have to apologize for being late. Mate, it's okay. You're actually not late, because I had an error and a issue with putting it on Twitch. It wasn't broadcasting onto it properly. So you're actually fine. I'm a little bit late, to be honest. I'm a little bit late. I was early with a pre-test, and then I was late with actually getting this underway. But that's okay, because we're here to have a bit of fun. Now, tonight's session of trivia is all about the arts. That's right. So if I do that, then I'm just going to throw that above my head like that. So it's all about the arts. Anything and everything relating to the arts. Arts, performing arts, and whatever concept or type of art is what's going to be included for this trivia round. Now, for those who have never played before, a little bit of how-to, so that way you guys know how it works. So on the side of the screens right now, are going to appear a little bit of text, and that's going to explain sort of how we run the Trivia at Home sessions here that I do. So starting from the top, I encourage team or solo play, so regardless of where you are viewing this from, who you're with, if you're doing it solo or doing it with maybe housemates, family, friends, work acquaintances or colleagues, or maybe if you're just at a cafe and you're social distancing and you've got a really big screen that other people can see, you can join together and do that. Not that I encourage that last one, but hey, it's okay. But yeah, so team or solo play, whether you're by yourself or with a team, it is all a-okay here. It is 4 rounds of exciting trivia, all related to the arts tonight. It is 10 questions per round, and you get 1 point per correct answer. Now that changes a little bit as we get into the last round, because that's a very special round, but I'll explain how that works when we get closer to it. Now, there's no points lost for any incorrect answers, so if you don't know the answer to something, do not worry. Have a guess, try, because you never know, and you could score yourself an extra point or few if you guess correctly. Now, we do have breaks between each round, so you'll be able to stock up on any drinks, food, snacks, like use the restroom, stretch your legs, whatever you need to do. And before we go into the break between each round, the questions that were played in that previous round before the break will be repeated. So we go questions 1 to 10, and then there'll be a section of question repeats just in case you need to double check an answer or a question, or maybe you'd had to duck out for a moment and missed it. So we do that at the end of each round, so that way you can double check stuff before sending them through me. Now, in regards to sending your answers to me, you need to do it at the end of each round. Now, you can do so either via Facebook Messenger chat option, or you can do it via the online form, which is included in some of the video titles, and I can drop it into the actual chats as well. And that way, it's just an online form that you guys fill out. It's very simple, very straightforward. You don't need an account or anything. You literally just need the internet, which is what you already have. Otherwise, you wouldn't be seeing this right now. So obviously, you've got that, okay, which is great. You open this up in your web browser, and that'll take you to this very nice little form. And Rock Ultra says, I'm just setting up my PC. Can you hold the round up a little bit for me? Well, I'm still talking in regards to the explanation, so you've got a bit of time, mate. So hang in there. You'll be all good. But yes, in regards to the form that I posted just there in the Twitch chat, and now I'm putting it in the Google chat, YouTube chat, and now I'm going to bring it over to the Facebook chat. Look at that, bringing them all into all three of them. That's right, that's what we're doing here. So now they're in all the chat windows, you guys can copy and use them if you need to, if you prefer that method in sending answers to me. Now, it is a form. All it is you put your team name at the front. That's right, I encourage team names. Team names are great. Sometimes they're witty, sometimes they're funny, or punny, or weird, or strange, or boring, or whatever. I don't even mind. But that's the point of it, because I like seeing what team names you guys come up with, because I do obviously read out the team names when we're going through the whole scoring system and stuff. So, I encourage team names, so definitely have to put that in. Then you have a section on the form where you're choosing which particular round you're submitting answers for. Now, you'll know which round it is because as we go through the rounds, up here where it says welcome, that's going to change to the round number as we progress through each round. So you'll know which round you're submitting answers for. So choose which round number, and then you fill in the corresponding spots on the answer sheet where the questions are, so questions 1 to 10, and then click submit form at the bottom, and that's how you get it up. Rock asks, can you post it back in the Twitch chat? That is easy to do, mate. I can get that up there for you. So once again, I'm posting it in, and the chat is working on your PC, which is great. So I've just popped that up for you. So hopefully you just got a copy of that as well. But yes, so that's how the form works. You do submit form, it'll say thanks for submitting, and then you go submit another form because you'll be doing it for the next corresponding rounds as well, okay? So that's how you use the online form. Now, obviously, we don't want to put any answers or spoilers in the comments, so that's what this part is over here, and that's also going to be throughout the rounds too. Now, no spoilers in the comments, but I have encouraged joke answers. If you guys want to engage with each other and have a bit of a friendly banter and competition, or just make a punny joke, by all means, joke answers are welcome, but no spoilers, guys. There's a little bit of friendly competition here, so no answer spoilers in the comments. In regards to writing down answers and stuff, you can use a pen and paper or note-taking app or device. You are going to need to keep a copy of your answers, especially if you're using the online form, because once you've submitted that to me, it all comes to me and you don't have a copy of it. So make sure you've written down what your answers are for each round before you submit through the online form, okay? Because you will be self-scoring. You're self-scoring at the end of each round, so when we come back from our breaks, we go through the answers to the previous round, okay? So after the round 1 break, we go through the answers to round 1. After round 2 break, we go through the answers to round 2. And at the very end, you'll be sending me a final score, and now I'll be double-checking everything. That's right, I'll be doing math as well as trivia hosting. Look at that! Multitasking, ladies and gents. Multi-skilled. The host with the most. This guy right here. That's right. So yeah, so that's what we do and how it works for this, guys. So hopefully you guys are excited. We've still got the Black Lives Matter movement donation spots down here if you need them. There's a US site, there's an Australian site, and there's also a YouTube link that if you can't actually afford anything monetarily because times are tough, and I totally get it, I'm with you on that, you can go and just play this YouTube link in your browser and just let it play. Let the ads go through, and that's totally fine because the proceeds from the ads that play get donated. So that's you doing the littlest part possible, but you're still helping. So if you're a good person, which you all are, I know all of you are, because heck, you're here playing trivia with me. You're already a good person. I have given you a thumbs up as a good person right there, that you guys can do that. Alright, so now that that's all done, we can bring up the round 1 screen. And the round 1 screen looks a little bit like this. So, like I said, the arts theme for the stream of the trivia night is going to be there. We've now changed to round 1, so you know which round you're in. And the theme of the round is called Wordplay, in regards to art. And what I mean by that is that the answers to each of these questions in this round have the word art somewhere in there. Alright, so that kind of narrows it down. It's almost like multiple choice, kind of. It's just it's not out of 4, it's out of however many words have the word art in them. And surprisingly enough, there's actually quite a few. So, I mean, it's like a big multiple choice round before we move into round 2, which is a smaller multiple choice round. But yes, wordplay with the word art. So all the answers for this particular round have the word art somewhere in them, okay? So it's in the actual word or answer itself. That's right, a little bit of a fun, different kind of round, mixing it up a little bit here. It's not just your normal generic questions. This is a little bit different. We call it a wordplay. Well, I'm calling it wordplay. And again, don't put your answers in the comments. Pen and paper or note-taking app device keep track of all your answers, and then you'll be sending them to me at the end of the round. We've also put up here now in the tip jar the PayPal, Venmo, and PayPal option for myself and Risa. If you guys enjoy the trivia and you want to let us know with a little bit of monetary love, then that's how you can do that, and we would be greatly appreciated. So, I think without further ado, are you guys all ready to begin? Let me know in the comments. While you guys are going to do that, I'm going to have a drink of my drink. Now today, I've got my little cup here. It says, hello, my old friends. And I don't mean you guys. It's mainly because on this side, it's called Hello Bear. That's the mug that I drink, because that's like one of my nicknames, Bear. Well, Risa calls me that. And also I've got a lot of friends who call me Jer Bear. So again, this mug seemed to suit me. But the drink I'm drinking tonight is a little bit different. I haven't done this in the trivia before. I've drank this drink, just not in trivia. I've actually got some sake, some Japanese sake. I'm drinking some junmai, so 10-year-old sake. That's what I've got in my cup right now. So guys, cheers to a wonderful night of looking forward with trivia, or morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. I'm gonna have myself a sip of that. Let me know in the comments what you guys are drinking, eating, and all that kind of fun stuff too. Looking like everything's all good on this end. Fantastic. Alright, so let's get it back up on... We'll leave that one up. Bring this up. Alright. We've got tea next week. Oh, okay, so I've been asked to do tea next week. I guess I can do tea, maybe a Long Island iced tea. Again, why is it always going to be alcohol, Jeremy? I'm not an alcoholic, I just like having a drink while I'm hosting. It's great fun. When I've done it in previous venues, I usually have a beer with me, which is great. So, and also I haven't put a beer in the fridge, and I also haven't got mixers yet, so I didn't have anything to mix whiskey or beer with. I don't mix beer, but I mean, have a cold beer, because who wants warm beer? They're gross. It's just not meant to be drank that way, and it's a little bit warm for red wine, so that's why I didn't choose that either. We have drinking wine tonight. Ménage à trois. Ménage à trois. Ran out of beer, says Robert. There you go, mate. I almost did the wine, actually. I almost did. And I don't think it's Ménage à trois. I don't know if that's a bottle that I actually have opened right now. I'll check in the break and let you know. That would have actually been hilarious if we're drinking the same... Well, could have been drinking the same wine, at least, brand. But yes, alright guys, and we have Trivia and Alcohol and New Music Inferno over in Twitch too. This is so great. I just have to look up at one exclusive chat window, and all of you are just popping up there. It's great. It's like, not different windows, and like, fun. It's like a game of Where's Wally with the previous chats, but now it's all just in the one place. Restream, you're off to a great start, mate. That's right, I'm calling you mate. You're a streaming service, but I'm giving you the title mate. That is my Australian coming out. Restream, you're off to a good start. I like you already. So guys, if you ever need to do multi-streaming, so far, they're getting a good review from me. Let's keep it going. Alright, let's launch into the trivia round. Ladies and gents, starting off with question number 1, which is this. It's a 2-word popular racing game on the Nintendo gaming consoles. A 2-word popular racing game on the Nintendo gaming consoles. So what is it? Remember the theme? We've got a bit of wordplay in here. It's going to have the word art somewhere in there, in some way. that actually will be in a particular, like, word itself. It's not, like, gonna be rearranged and have, I don't know, rat, because it's R-A-T and it's the same letters. No, it'll still be written with A-R-T in the word, okay? So again, that narrows it down. It's not gonna be like Trav, which is my brother's name, who has been tuning in to these trivias the last couple of weeks, and also he's actually helping me write some trivia questions. He doesn't help for these ones, but some of the ones in August coming up, guys, are going to be written by my brother, actually. Don't worry, I'll be double checking them to make sure everything's all A-okay, but yeah, he's been helping me out with that, which is really great, so thanks, bro. Thanks, broski. Yes, number 1, 2-word popular racing game on the Nintendo consoles. Question number 2 now is this. Made with gin and vermouth? Vermouth? I thought it was vermouth, and then I was like, wait, vermouth? And garnished with an olive or a lemon twist. What is it? Speaking of drinks, gin. Made with gin and vermouth, and garnished with an olive or a lemon twist. Am I saying that right? Vermouth? Vermouth? Which way is it? Someone spell it out for me in the comments. Help your trivia host out. That's right, I'm getting engagement in the comments here. Vermouth. So gin and vermouth. Or vermouth. Vermouth or vermouth? Now I'm even like V-R-M-U-T-H. Sorry. M-U-T-H. Vermouth. Oh, I'm getting a vermouth and a vermouth. Interesting. But that is also from an Australian and an American. Do we have different ways? I'm just grabbing a seat, by the way. Do we have different ways of pronouncing that? This will be hilarious if we do. Brilliant. Vermouth, I'm getting. I'm getting vermouth. Vermouth, okay. Vermouth. Vermouth. M-U-T-H, vermouth. I get it. Alright. So, made with gin and vermouth, and garnished with an olive or a lemon twist. It just sounds weird saying it that way now. I hope I'm doing it right, guys. Unless you're setting them up. What Karen said Robert. So I did have from Karen, and from New Music and Photo, and from Robert. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Appreciate you chiming in and helping me out here. See, we all get to learn here. You guys get to learn whatever trivia questions and random answers I have here for you. Well, not random. They actually apply to the questions. And you get to teach me how to pronounce certain words. Usually I'm good with this, but I do have a little bit of fun with that. Alright, number 3 is the opposite of arrival. The opposite of arrival. Number 3, the opposite of arrival. There is a wordplay round. That's right. I actually applied for like this week, or at least these last probably this past week, like 7 days worth. Risa and I have been looking into a lot of voiceover auditions and doing a lot of different sort of like auditions each day, so probably averaging about 1 to 2 a day myself. Risa maybe a little bit more, but it's been a lot of fun doing all these different auditions and stuff, and job applications. So fingers crossed some of them, or one of them, or any of them actually come through. Would be a lot of fun to play with. But I also did an actual trivia host audition or job application actually today. So that was exciting, and fingers crossed that comes through, because, I mean, you guys know, I'm awesome. This would be great. It pays really well, it's a really fun company, so hopefully they see my application and they're like, oh my god, this guy's super cool, let's get him. Let's get him on board. That's right, get me on board, guys. If you do end up watching this in the future, gotta give them my Twitch stuff if they want to check out my other trivia streams for, you know, reference on how I actually host and what I do and the fun we have here. So yeah, if you are watching these guys in the future, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for checking me out, and hope to be working with you. Break a leg, says Robert. See, even my audience wants me to break a leg with you. Maybe not physically, but you know what it means. It's in the performing world, guys. In the performing. Speaking of arts, that is a term in the performing arts world. Robert keeping it in theme. All this enthusiasm. Love it, mate. Love it. Alright, number 4 now. So I've actually put 2 definitions here, just to help you guys out, because maybe the first one was a bit difficult. Having 2 or more sections connected by a flexible joint. And then the other one is expressed, put into words. Alright. So having 2 or more sections connected by a flexible joint. And the other term is expressed, put into words. this is the same answer for both, but I'm just giving two definitions instead of one, because I had a look a bit over at the first one and I thought, you know what, that could be a little bit tricky, and you guys know me, I like trying to help you guys out a little bit. So I put two in there. I mean, if you still don't get it, that's totally fine. It's understandable. But, hopefully, that second one maybe helps you out a bit more. Okay, having two or more sections connected by a flexible joint. Expressed, put into words. Question number 4 here. Question number 5 is a player positioned behind the center who directs a team's offensive play. Oh, we have a new message. My brain ain't processing right, says Rock Ultra. Well, to be fair, we do kick this off at like 3 AM where you are, buddy. So, usually by 3 AM, my kind of brain's knocking off. Well, not really. I mean, sometimes I'm up watching stuff or just gaming. So I guess my brain's still kind of on. But it's not as active as, say, it is during, I don't know, hosting trivia or during the day. But it's all good, mate. We'll hopefully get some. It's all good, all good. The player positioned behind the center who directs a team's offensive play. Number 5 here, for the wordplay art themed around in the arts trivia. That's what we have here. Halfway through, guys. Halfway through. I know. Having fun. Time is flying. That's what happens when we have fun. Number 6. What weapons did Robin Hood and Little John duel with on their first meeting? I challenge you to a duel. Do you accept? Would a coward do this? Boy. What's that from? Do you guys remember that quote? I challenge you to a duel. Are you a coward? Would a coward do this? Boy. Anyone know that reference? And Rock Ultra is asking in regards to the previous question, NFL. That would be correct. Good sir. Oh, I'm echoing, am I? Why would I be echoing? Everything should be muted. I shouldn't be having any sort of echo coming through. Let me just check the video streams. Hopefully that's a-okay now. Apologies if I am echoing. Let's check everything down here. Seems normal. How's it now? Am I still echoing Karen Graham? Actually, I shouldn't be. The only audio that's coming through should be from the mic in my laptop. Now, Risa did actually steal the good mic tonight, so that might be why my mic levels or audio quality may be a little bit different. I do apologize. We did do this once, and we managed to get through, so hopefully we can get through with this one again. Hopefully. Karen says better. I'm glad. To be honest, I didn't even do anything. I just went and looked at the other windows and made sure everything else was muted. Because I know if I have another, like, video, like if I'm watching any of the streams or they're playing in the back, if the volume's not muted, it tends to be echoing. But everything was muted. So all I did was have a look and then came back. Maybe it just felt intimidated and it decided to just stop echoing me. That's right, intimidation! Be intimidated by the almighty People's Dwarf! Moving on, number 7 now. The 1990 film featuring Arnold Schwarzenegger as what kind of cop? This 1990 film featuring Arnold Schwarzenegger as what kind of cop? Bum, bum. This was a great film. Oh, it was better, now it's echoing again. I don't get why. I literally am not doing anything different. Why are you being like this? I don't know what's causing it. Everything should still be muted. That's meant to be muted. The mic is somewhere, I think it's down at the bottom of my computer here. The webcam doesn't have a mic attached to it, so that shouldn't be making me echo. I don't know why it's been a little bit different. Maybe it's the stream itself? And New Music Inferno, I agree. I love this movie as well. It's an absolute great movie. And Jeremy the Echo is great. It just means you get to hear me twice. Who needs question repeats when apparently I've got an echo? We can just skip it, guys. You don't need question repeats anymore. Because I have an echo. Maybe there's a ghost. Maybe these lights are projecting some kind of ghost. Right, it does work with the background. Super cool, super cool. Wee-oo. Kind of creepy background going on here. I love it. But yes, number 7, the 1990 film featuring Arnold Schwarzenegger as what kind of cop? Number 8 now. A form of reproduction in which an unfertilized egg develops into a new individual, occurring commonly among insects and certain other arthropods. Yeah, that's right. Did we just take a weird turn? Yes, we did. Yes, Rock Ultra, I want you to name the movie for number 7. I want you to name the movie. I did ask what kind of cop, so, I mean, you may as well just name the movie. Or if you just tell me what kind of cop he is. But, yeah, I'm pretty much asking for the movie title. And number 8, a form of reproduction in which an unfertilized egg develops into a new individual, occurring commonly among insects and certain other arthropods. Yep, I just turned the difficulty level up to 11. I saw this and I went, I've got to include something that's like really left field. And if people get this, if someone gets this, then it's just like, boom, that point is going to put you over the rest. And it could potentially help you guys win. So I did have to put something a little bit tricky in here. And I agree. The previous question, great film. Amazing film. I've watched it several times. Loved it. So cool. So cool. Alright. Oops, was it not registering? Number 9. Number 9. An often audible discharge of intestinal gas. And just like that, we turned the difficulty level down to about a 2. There should be punishment for people who don't get this one. No, again, I don't punish. I don't punish. I have fun, but I do not punish. Oh, well, I hope I just clicked on my little restream page because it was kind of playing the video, and then it wasn't, even though I told it to pause, just start playing it again. Fingers crossed it doesn't change anything, guys, when I'm sitting here touching buttons. You know what else is cool about the restream as well? On the page where I've got it, like, streaming, it tells me how many people I have watching on each platform. Caster didn't do that. So I know that currently, how many people are watching on the Facebook stream, how many people are watching on Twitch, and how many people are watching on YouTube. That's super cool. I like that. Yes, analytics. Let's analyze things and find out where my audiences are coming from. Good stuff. And New Music Inferno said, I just did this. I'm assuming that means the answer to number 9. Well then, let's see if you get the answer to that. Number 10, scientists believe what is 4.5 billion years old. Yes, Karen Graham. I finally found out how to make that answer a question after our discussion a few weeks back. Yes to the throwback. Yes, question number 9 was in relation to, I believe it was a particular genre, maybe a theme night idea for trivia, I believe it was. And then we'll try to come up with different round ideas based on that theme, and that was actually in relation to the previous question. So it's quite interesting. Rock says, have no clue. How many are on YouTube watching you? At the moment, I think there's only 2. But that's alright. YouTube was kind of like a late addition to the stream platform side of things. So I occasionally get 1 or 2 over there. But it's probably my least at the moment. Because I don't do much on my YouTube channel anyway. It's mainly my Twitch and my Facebook that I'm focusing on. But I do obviously want to expand that. So fingers crossed we do start reaching bigger audiences. Yes, number 10. Scientists believe what is 4.5 billion years old? And again, I've also got to learn how the mechanics work with tagging and all the rest of it in regards to different streaming platforms. Because Twitch has a way of adding, like, categories and all the rest of it to it. YouTube is different. Facebook is different. So, they're all interesting. It's all a learning curve. Alright, so guys, that is the end of round one's questions. So just like that, I know, we're already through it. It's been exciting, it's been great. That's okay. What's going to happen now is question repeat time will come up on the screen. So 1 to 5, then 6 to 10 will pop up on the screen for about 45 seconds each. And then we're going to go into a break screen. During that break screen, just like I started last week, guys, I have some new puzzles. That's right, some new puzzles for you. These ones are a little bit different. They're more word-related puzzles, okay? No math, no cracking codes in regards to doing any sort of math. This is going to be all letter and word-related, kind of like Wordplay with my Wordplay art section here. So hopefully you guys are able to do it. Now, in regards to the break puzzle, put the answer in the comments, alright? Doesn't matter if others see it, because as we learned also last week, people were incorrectly guessing in the comments. So even if you tried to copy someone's answer, you just would have been incorrect with them. So it still requires you to actually do it yourself. So I will ask that you guys put the answer in the comments, and if you do get it correct before we come back from the break, and Brianna, welcome on the Facebook feed. Long time no see. Welcome, welcome. And we did actually just get to the end, but the question repeats are about to come up, so you did make it in time because you can have a look at the question repeats, alright? You'll just have a little bit less time than everyone else has had, but that's okay. That's all okay. So question repeats are going to pop up on the screen. Questions 1 to 5 and then 6 to 10. Then we're going to go into a break. There's a little bonus puzzle in between each break now, between the rounds. And if you guys know what it is, I want you to put it into the comments. Now, don't fret. I know I'll say don't put other answers to the round questions in the comments. But for these ones, it's for a bonus point. So by all means, go for it. And like I said, sometimes if people put answers in the comments, they could be incorrect. So even copying someone's answers, they may not be right anyway, which means you're also wrong. So I'm still encouraging you guys to do it yourselves. So, again, here come the question repeats to round 1. Can I ask what the song is you played during the break? I really like it. I will have to track it down because I combined about 3 or 4 tracks, and I got them from Thematic, which is a free copyright music platform that allows you to get some free copyright music. But I do have them listed because I have to actually put them in the stream. Actually, if you Rock Ultra, actually, yeah, I can check, because I actually have it in the breakdown issue. I will let you know. I'll DM you what the music is. And I can even give you the link of where to get it. So you can go in and grab it for yourself if you really like it. But yeah, so question repeats coming right up, and then the bonus question in a break. You'll get a point if you get it correct. You have to put it in the comments just for the bonus question before we come back from our break. And remember guys, send your answers through Facebook Messenger if you need that. Otherwise, use the online form as well. Keep track of your answers because you will be scoring them when we come back and going through the answers to round 1's questions. But in the meantime, here come question repeats and then your break. Now, I will say to Brianna, who did just join as well, actually, it is a word play with the word art for this theme of this particular round. So every answer has the word art somewhere in the answer, okay? So that's in reference to you. Just in case you didn't see the title before we threw the break screen up, every answer has the word art somewhere in its answer. Alright, so that's for you. And for the rest, just in case you missed that as well, that's a little bit of a reminder. Anyway, enjoy your break and the question repeats, guys.
I should have kissed you. Your hair